What is up, guys, and welcome back to another video. Today Dakota and I are back with Superman 2. I cannot wait to get into this next one because Superman 2, a great follow-up. Personally, I think the first one's it is better, but this one is not much farther behind it. Dakota, so glad you decided to come back and join me for Superman 2. What are your expectations for Superman 2 now that you've seen Superman 1?
Well, I was thinking a little bit about it and how the last one, Lex Luthor was the main villain of that. The only thing that they could do for Superman was like save him a day pretty much, but now the last time he said Zod was the main villain here.
Yep.
I'm expecting, because they're gonna be like on equal ground, so I'm expecting like a fight, and I'm curious how they're gonna like handle a Superman versus Zod fight.
Yeah, they didn't do any like fight scenes last movie. The fighting between two beings with superpowers back in the 80s. This is gonna be fun to watch. Well, we are going to jump right into this movie, but before we do that, do us a favor and hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and hit the bell so you get notified every time I'm dropping a new movie reaction or just video in general. I am going to be watching every single live action DC movie that went to theaters in the lead up to James Gunn's Superman movie. So if you want to join me on that journey, I just told you what you got to do. So go do it. Also, if you want to go see the full-length watch-along where you watch the entire movie with us from the beginning all the way to the end with no cuts and all that, you can go check that out on the Patreon page linked in the description below. Just make sure you have your own copy of the movie before you go over to Patreon so that you can sync up with our commentary. And now without further ado, we are going to jump in to Superman 2. Let's go. Well, this is starting out very familiar.
Right, yeah.
What? I thought Krypton blew up.
Yeah.
Oh!
Nice, clean.
I'm not gonna lie, this is feeling like a theatrical performance, like what you would see on like a stage.
This council has no hesitation in proclaiming you all guilty.
Wait, so is this a different...
I think it's just the same scene, just they took Jor-El out of it. I heard that the actor who played Jor-El in the first one, he was like, I guess kind of difficult or something, so it's not surprising they couldn't get him back for the second movie.
But they couldn't like reuse footage or whatever?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why they didn't just do that.
I feel like that would have made more sense.
Superman 2! Let's go! I love that. It exploded right on the beat.
Yeah.
Great. Okay. I didn't realize we were going to recap the entire first movie.
Yeah, we could have just jumped straight to Superman 2.
Hi, Alice. It's very...
That
smooth.
was smooth. I think he had to have done that too. Well done, Christopher Reeve.
Mr. Kent, a gang of sees the Eiffel Tower in Paris.
Mr. White, does Lois know about any of this?
Does she know about it? She's in it.
She's what?
If Paris is going to go gablooey, I want my best reporter right in the middle of it.
But gee, Mr.
What?
White.
Of course.
No offense, Kent. You're good, but Lois Lane is better.
Jeez, there we go. Oh, that was smooth. Nice. I like that. Nah, that didn't look as great, but the change looked awesome.
Yeah, I've noticed a lot more green screen like stuff. Like especially at the beginning when they were in the not Fortress of Solitude, you know what I'm talking about, on Krypton.
Yeah. When they were all standing there, it was so obvious green screen. This is gonna be interesting though. We're starting off the movie with a cool action scene. Let's hope it looks good.
Pepper spray. Oh.
Oh, she's got a translator book.
Stairs. Okay?
What? 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 Nah, this guy needs to be fired. That is a horrible cop. Like, he just stood there.
Why was he so invested in like the translation book?
I know.
That's what that was. Like, what? It's like he was reading a best time seller, and even then, that wouldn't have like distracted you that hard.
No, bro walked over and sat down. That was ridiculous, but okay. We just had to get Lois up here somehow, I guess.
Okay.
What? What? Lois? Do you want to die?
Yeah, how much did you get paid for this, do you think? Like, rough estimate?
Yeah, I know. It's like, Is this really worth it, Lois? And I already know the answer for you. It's no.
Well, she does live in a penthouse, right? I guess, as we saw in the last movie. So she's probably actually raking in quite a bit of money from doing crazy stuff like this.
No!
Oh!
But it started. It's 60 seconds.
Whoa! That looked cool.
Yep.
Okay.
I believe this is your floor.
Oh, thank God. How'd I get myself into this?
What do you mean? How do you get yourself into this? Don't act like that, Lois. You did this to yourself.
And Superman should have been a bit more like, he was like, oh, hey, good thing I showed up in time. And not like, girl, what were you doing up here?
For real. Oh.
Bye-bye.
That seems, you know what? Fair enough. It's a bomb, right? So get it up and out of there. Oh, broke him out. Okay.
Come in.
Why did you knock? That's funny. Oh.
Boy Lex. Boy Lex and Stinky. What's his name?
Otis.
Otis. Whoops. I'm not good with
Yeah,
names.
close enough. Close enough.
I mean, Stinky would be pretty close enough because then it would be like, what, Stinky and Brain or whatever.
Yeah, no, it definitely fits his personality to be called that.
I mean, they can't even trace that guy on that radar they got. Every time they try, he just flies off.
Where?
North.
Why? My little black box is just about ready. It tracks alpha waves. Those alpha waves will take me north to his secret.
I mean, okay. The only thing hard to believe about that scene is how Otis knows that Superman goes north every time he leaves. I'm surprised Otis can tell which direction is north.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's the only thing that's not believable in that scene. That would be like, what?
Yeah.
The man's just trying to do his job. Don't kill him. Oh no! Oh no! And he's dead.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
It's one thing to be like, oh, I'm just curious about what that pin is, versus like, all right, let's actually
Yeah,
kill
I'm
him.
gonna kick him because he just puffed up. Like,
Yeah.
The closer we come to an atmosphere with only one sun, a yellow sun, the more our molecular density gives us unlimited powers.
They come from there. A place called Houston.
And we will go there too. To rule.
I do like that. That was the one moment where they actually described what, like, how the powers work, because they didn't do that with Superman. Superman was just like, oh, I get used to it, and then, like, you know, but they're like, oh, well, here's why it happens.
what's the plan? What?
Oh, fun. The black box was a projector. Oh. Nice. You have
Oh
to.
my
You have
gosh.
to, though.
Yeah,
I get it.
I guess he did, didn't he?
I must test my...
Oh.
All right.
I'm surprised she's helping them. After, like, her mom and stuff was gonna die because of Luthor's plan.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll drop a one-liner or something of why they're working together again.
Here I come, Mr. Luthor!
Oh, this is mean.
We're sinking! Oh,
Get off, get off!
He would not be that heavy.
I
Oh
thought
no!
that was gonna happen.
No! Don't leave Otis!
Should have said it earlier. They would definitely leave Otis behind. And now I'm ready for the Otis revenge arc.
I'm ready for it. I want to see him, like, Luthor's gonna end up in jail at the end of this movie, and Otis is gonna be in charge of him or something. I don't know. Something has to happen there, though. I feel bad for Otis. And no way he weighed too much to pull that down. Like, get out of here with that logic. Nah.
Well, here you are.
well, sure is pink.
Careful with the bags,
Oh
please,
my
sir.
gosh.
Is this your first visit to Honeymoon Haven?
Sorry, pink. Was that a pink bear? I don't think that's possible.
And here's the bed.
Right.
Thank you.
Yeah, like you have to show where the bed is. Like it's not the main piece of the room that you could easily find.
What are they doing? Have we been told what they're doing?
No.
Okay, I thought for a second, did I miss something?
Posing as newlyweds to expose a honeymoon racket in Niagara Falls.
Oh, okay. There we go. What?
Gosh, it's alive.
It's alive.
That was unexpected. That's funny.
Oh, I don't know about that. You look kind of happy to me.
It's because you're blind, Clark.
Oh, yeah.
Here.
Well, here, let me. Yeah, here, let me take off my glasses. Oh, is that the?
Try to look after yourself. You've
That's
only
the
got
point.
one pair
Yeah.
of eyes, you know. God.
Lois?
Now here.
Right.
Don't say I never did it.
Thank you.
Really? I mean, I think
The old trope.
glasses could make a difference on like how people look, but
Not
Come
that.
on, not
yeah,
that
for
much.
sure. Not that big of a difference. Just because, I mean, Curtis, my brother, wears glasses, and when he takes his glasses off, he looks so different.
right.
But, like, I don't not recognize him with glasses
I mean,
on.
like, I don't know if that changes much. But...
How is this allowed? That kid's in, and
Take a photo, Lois.
yeah, that's a great cover. Oh, there's no time. He's already hit. That was a dummy. That was so.
Why'd they mention him being Jewish? What does that mean? Oh wait, is that kid gonna get slapped now?
I hope not. Well, actually, you know what? That kid deserves to get maybe not slapped, but definitely disciplined. Can't be doing that. Oh no.
Superman's home.
What are the chances of this? They stumbled upon it.
So I wonder, okay, so then what are they gonna find, really? Like, what's gonna help them here? The point of this place was, like, to teach Superman, like, you know, teach Clark how to, like, be Superman, pretty much. So it's just like, well, what's Lex gonna learn out of that? He doesn't have the same power, so what's... But, I mean, I guess if he learns how he operates, then that might be worth it to be here.
Yeah, I mean, he already knows his weakness. So, like, what else can he really learn?
Right, yeah.
Kryptonian Memory Bank. Earth Culture, Section B.
Trees, by Joyce Kilmer of the planet Earth.
That's a different dude.
Kal-El, my son, as keeper of the archives of Krypton.
Ah, Krypton, no way.
Oh, yeah, well...
Like husband, like wife.
Imagine Luthor is like, oh, so it's pronounced Krypton, okay. Like, he learns.
That'd be funny. Superman's just like, Krypton? You mean Krypton?
Right.
Phantom Zone. In it, we place these three arch criminals.
This is why they're here, is
Imprisoning them there
exposition for us.
There's
no possibility for parole?
Your father, Jor-El, thought long and hard upon that question.
Ask the right question.
Yeah, where's Jor-El here? I thought all of the crystals before was of Jor-El.
It was. I think they just couldn't use him in the movie.
Three. Count them, 3 supervillains. Each one with the same power he has. Each one totally dedicated to corruption, violence, and evil. Wait, that explains the 3 alpha waves I've been getting on my black box. They'll need a contact here on Earth. Someone with the same wonderful contempt for life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
See, I don't know about this plotline with Lex, because how do you control them? I mean, I guess you could try kryptonite, but there's 3 of them.
Yeah, I think what I think the plot should go towards, but it's probably not, is Lex and like Superman teaming up and then like defeating Zod, because they're as strong as Superman, but they want to take over the world like Lex. So it's like if they work together, then it's like between Superman and Lex instead of having this other force that, you know.
I'm so sure that you're Superman that I'm willing to bet my life on it. Bye,
Throw
baby.
herself in. She's absolutely crazy.
Oh, there we go.
Oh.
First time laser eyes, because we didn't see that last movie.
Oh yeah. Oh, Lois. Lois, you are insanely lucky.
There we go.
Okay, now you're just showing off.
Yeah. Like, not to like show off, but like if their gravity's different, if they could like make themselves lighter to like where they won't sink once they touch the top, then that's kind of, I mean, that's cool.
Okay, I like this. I like that they're kind of like figuring out how to do it.
Or maybe they're all going to have separate powers.
I mean, these older movies do tend to change some things, but I know, like, now they would all have the same power just because they're from Krypton, but... Oh!
No, okay.
Clark, let me see your hand. Give it to me.
Oh, great. Ah, now she's suspicious again.
Come on, dude.
Look at him. You can tell in his face. He's like, dang it. Huh. I really don't remember this happening so early in the movie. I'm actually like so more invested now because I'm like confused. I thought there's a scene where Lois throws herself out the window and he's like pretending that he's not Superman still. But that never happened.
I'm remembering a different scene. It's something else.
Hey, hippies! Get your butts off the road!
Make way.
Did I hear right? That son of a give me an order?
Oh no.
You take care of it.
You take care of it then.
Yeah, you take. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
You should have been like, all right, step on it, and then I'll lean out the window with the shotgun.
What?
Ooh.
They don't have telekinesis.
I'm just checking the tire. You know?
I'm just checking the tire. I wonder if that was ad-libbed, because I don't feel like that would have been in the script. Okay, so they're flying again. So this is really, she knows now. I swear there's a scene where she's like, I'm gonna prove you're Superman, and throws herself out the window.
I swear to God, Lois shoots Clark.
Oh yeah! There is that too! Bro, she has to lose her memory. She has to. Something's gonna happen. Oh, one of these guys has to arm wrestle one of them, 100%.
Let me know if this tickles.
That was great. Okay. What? Okay. General Zod never has telekinesis.
I mean, I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, this, as far as I know, this is what he does on the regular.
Really? Where?
I haven't watched.
Well, no, but you've seen Man of Steel, right?
Yeah, I don't remember anything from it.
Oh, okay.
Those guys got arms.
Hey, good job, dude. You got it figured out.
There you go.
Whoa!
Die.
Whoa! Oh, cool! That was a good stunt. I like that. That was a cool practical stunt.
Zod looked over like, huh, you are useful.
Where's Superman? Hey, where is he?
Superman's kind of a...
He has waited a long time for this, and he is on a date. So, you know, you guys will just have to wait.
And...
Whoa, cool! Love practical explosions. That's sick.
I win!
That's gotta be a meme! That has to be a meme. I win! I always win. That was great. I love that. Someone needs to, I need to clip that. That was great.
If you intend to live your life with a mortal, you must live as a mortal. This crystal chamber has harnessed the rays of the red sun of Krypton. Once exposed to these rays, all your great powers on Earth will disappear forever.
That's the only reason she likes him, so...
Oh, yeah. If he becomes an ordinary man, then yeah, then it's over. And then he's going to regret doing that.
But to be fair, she's hearing all this, so the fact that he's willing to sacrifice that, I think she'll like him for that.
Mm.
But also, wait, it looked like it was getting rid of his Superman suit. Why would it just take the Superman suit? Didn't he make the suit? It's a visual thing, I guess.
Yeah.
For us.
But nope, no more Superman. The thing's destroyed.
I'd love it if Lois just turns around and is like, nah.
I don't know what to say.
Just say you love me.
But I don't.
Yeah. It's
I love the powers. I love the idea.
They're out in the Arctic though, right? So what what's the plan now?
And if he's normal now, yeah, how are they gonna get back? Lois, we will stay here forever.
Yeah, so then how does this movie progress? I don't... Now I'm like invested. I'm like... That's the point of like us being like, we don't know what's gonna happen because we are expecting these things. But like now we're invested more, I'd say.
It's more unpredictable now than it has been this whole time.
I'm sorry that seat's taken.
It is now, sweetheart.
Mark!
Boy, you just don't have enough sense to stay down, do you?
Oh, come on, Clark. You could have stopped that. Oh! What? Who are you? Respect, Lois. Love it. Clark, I'm disappointed. You didn't even try too hard. Lois tried harder.
On behalf of my country, and in the name of the other leaders of the world with whom I have today consulted, I hereby abdicate all authority and control over this planet to General Zod. Superman, can you hear me? Superman, where?
Who is this Superman?
You'll find out, General. And when you do...
Come to me, Superman!
It's a good thing he was watching the television at this time.
Yeah.
Because if we didn't, then the president would have...
I actually thought he was about to kill the president.
I have to go back.
You can't go back. There's no way now.
I have to. I've got to try, damn it. I've got to try something. Anything.
It's not your fault.
I only got a prediction
You
now.
didn't know this was gonna happen.
This is my theory.
What?
So,
all right, what's your theory?
If he goes back to get his powers, then it's going to be the case of like, if you want your powers back, you got to give up something. You know what you're going to give up? You're going to give up the love of your life, because that is why you originally gave up the powers in the first place. And that's how she's going to forget. And that's how Superman's going to get his powers back and save the day.
I could see that.
That I think is the ideal way to do it, to make sense, I guess, for what we know what's going to happen.
Yeah, I think you're right. I mean, I just... Before, I didn't see how we would get to that, but now I think you're right.
Father!
We couldn't pay him enough! Maybe try Mother instead.
Or that other random guy that was on the recording.
Yeah. Random Kryptonian guy who knows about trees from Earth. Oh yeah, I forgot. They showed that close-up on that for a while there.
You're master of all you survey.
So I was yesterday. And the day before.
Okay, so days have passed, and he's bored. Interesting. There he is! Oh, he got the wig back on.
Hello there.
When he puts the wig on, it fools me. I think that's what it takes. Not glasses, just wigs.
You cannot bargain with what you don't have.
Oh, magnificent one. What I am bargaining with is what you do not have. The son of Jor-El.
The son of Jor-El on this planet.
I like Lex. Okay, this is good. Because he knows things.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, true.
He knows how to get people under his thumb. That's good.
First, you must find him. And Lex Baby is the only one who knows where he is.
What do you want?
Australia.
What? What?
He just wants... Wait. All he wants is Australia?
Australia would be the last place I would want, but...
That's like
maybe
home to the most dangerous creatures on Earth.
Well, okay. And when you say it like that, maybe Lex has a reason.
Oh!
Oh, well, he's...
Oh my gosh! That was crazy. Come on, Lois. You're smarter than that.
Wait!
Oh, no! Perry White, no!
Kill the rest. Starting with him.
Wait.
Yeah, see, this is where my mindset is like, with Lex, how do you need a way to control these guys, because otherwise, what's to stop them from just betraying you and killing you?
Yeah, cause...
Wait, what? We didn't see that. Why didn't we get to see him?
General? Would you care to step outside?
Superman.
Okay, sure.
Superman.
We'll see. Yep,
That's great, though, from Lex. So, Dakota, what I'm thinking happened here, so there's two versions of this movie. There's the theatrical cut, and then there's the director's cut.
Oh no.
I'm thinking the scenes we thought were in this movie are in the director's cut.
Let him prove it.
That looks goofy. So yeah, for any of those wondering, like, I mean, we're watching this on Max, so I'm guessing Max just has the theatrical version, and that's what happened here, but...
It's nice.
Oh, there it is! Super breath, or ice breath, whatever.
Yep,
ice
that's the
breath.
ice, yep. You can tell because you actually see it, and it's blue.
Yeah.
Although that is kind of interesting though. That would make more sense because when they blew normally, you couldn't see it, but because it's cold, like how your breath would get cold outside, you could see it. So then you would see it there. I don't know if that was intentional, but
I don't know either. But let's just say it was, because that makes it cooler.
Yeah.
Oh! Bro!
Goomba stomp.
He just landed on him.
Oh no, it's the earthquakes again, like the last movie.
Yeah. Oh gosh. You guys are stupid. They could come up from underneath anywhere. And what if you're just on top of where they come out of? Like, you're dead. Oh, great. Whoa, cool.
Well, yeah, if they're that strong, they just like 1, 2, and just throw it right up in the air into space.
I like that we can see him holding it in the shot with people in the windows. I like that.
Or Zod could just like fly straight through it. Okay. Oh, cigarettes?
Superman is dead!
What?
Okay,
They
pal.
think he died from getting hit by a bus?
Like the policeman
Guys.
there was like, okay, pal, like let's not say crazy things here. Superman.
Oh, these people are the dumbest people. Oh yeah, they survive missiles and stuff, but we're gonna pick up our little sticks and fight them.
I mean, I like where the head's at, because it's like they care for Superman more than these three, even though they're technically all like the same in a way.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's cool, but also it's like, if Superman couldn't beat him, you guys aren't gonna... Bro. How big of a fan would they have to like simulate everything getting blown like that? Did they actually film this in a tornado? What is happening?
Oh my god.
Like, that's ridiculous.
Honestly, this is pretty good. I'm liking this. This is really cool. They filmed this really well.
Eradicate the only man on Earth with...
Kill him!
Superman's address.
But Lex, it's the same conundrum though. As soon as you give them what they want here, they'll kill you. Like,
what? So
Lex's motivations are a little whacked out, I think.
It feels like that whole city scene, if it didn't happen, then Superman was already at the Fortress of Solitude. Like, if they just went to get Lois and said, oh, we got Lois, but I also know where Superman is.
Oh yeah, they could have skipped the whole city scene.
I mean, we got a fight out of it, and like showing that Superman left is like, oh, then the people kind of don't trust him anymore. Maybe that might go somewhere, but it's like something weird. It's like because we didn't see also how Superman got his powers back. So like, if that's how that happens, then I don't know. Oh,
what?
Nice. Isn't that what?
What? Is that maybe their way of showing like super speed?
Superman does it too.
Okay, so he's doing some kind of reflective thing.
Home turf advantage.
Superman, I knew that you'd... Huh?
Yeah, okay, it's a hologram. Oh, yeah, duh, the hologram thing.
Wrong again, Zod.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember. Okay, I've remembered everything.
Okay.
But I won't say anything.
Okay. Good.
Oh, I forgot Lex was here.
Yeah, he was figuring out.
Try to get them all into this molecule chamber. It takes away their powers, see?
It's a good thing they don't got super hearing.
No, they do. They do. And I think that was on purpose.
That's a molecule chamber. It makes people like
maybe
you
they don't, because...
into people like me.
Lex Luthor, ruler of Australia. Activate the mission.
I love that. That's great.
Thank you.
Ruler of Australia.
I mean, that's their technology, though, so wouldn't they... Whatever. It's just like, Lex Luthor, you would know, but it's like, it's their home... Whatever.
The only thing is, Jor-El was a scientist who, like, you know, invented stuff and whatnot. These guys were just, like, military, so they maybe wouldn't have known how some of this would have worked.
What? Okay. Maybe... No. Because we saw him, like, kind of split, right? It was like Clark left and Superman stayed behind.
Oh.
So maybe there's two of them. Because the last time he got his normal clothes back.
Oh, yeah. Yes, he did. Good detail remembering.
Nice.
Oh! I remembered that as soon as we got here. I was like, oh, right, he's going to reverse the machine on them.
Yeah. Okay.
That's why he needed them to come back here.
I knew you'd double-cross me, Luther. A lying weasel like you couldn't resist the chance.
Me? Are you kidding? Hey, I was with you all the time.
Let's wipe the slate clean. If you give me a ride back, I promise to turn over a whole new leaf.
Wait, did he just leave him there?
Left
What?
as Lex just kept talking.
Why would you leave him there? You know what? Screw the crystals. Let's just go for it, Lois. Huh?
No.
Gee, Lois, are you okay? What happened?
Ooh.
Wait. Oh, no.
He did like
hold on.
He did a poison ivy kiss to erase her memory.
Okay, hold on. We gotta see this out.
Yes, okay.
What was I talking about before?
Okay. I've got a lot to say in this outro.
Threatened every time the guy's name's mentioned.
Oh,
You
no.
be anything but what you are.
Well, I'll try to remember that.
Well, you better remember that. I appreciate you.
You do?
Sure.
Oh, man. I do not like that.
That is so crazy.
Isn't this... Wait, hold on. Dakota, didn't you say this last movie? Didn't you say when she was like, that, oh, he could take her out of the car, kiss her, and she'll be okay and all that?
Oh, yeah.
Didn't you say
That's
that?
what happened here.
You said that. It happened
The
here.
power
Oh,
of
my
love
goodness.
erased her memory so that everything would be okay.
Oh, my gosh.
One special, Rocky.
All right, I'm going to forget about it for right now because I do like this scene.
Okay, now this is where Clark is... He's usually nice, but now he's just doing this on purpose.
I just had this joint fixed. It cost me a fortune.
Oh!
Okay, now he does deserve...
But don't break anything because...
Except his face. You can break his face.
Oh, yeah, but not the establishment. No, that probably cost a decent amount of money right there.
He just destroyed everyone's...
Terribly sorry about all the
Oh,
news.
there you go. Never mind.
Oh, okay. We're fine. Wait, are those ones? They're out of focus. I can't tell.
Look like
Well,
five, maybe.
hopefully we're just gonna imagine it's enough money to pay for the damage.
Yes, the flag.
All right. Truth, justice, and the American way. Wait. Oh, that's the top of the White House. He's flying it back.
I won't let you down again.
Okay, so that was Superman 2. Dakota and I just finished watching that. Man, I don't even know where to begin with this one, because, like, Superman 1, when we finished it, I was like, love it. It's fun movie. I'd seen it many times before. I really enjoy it. It's great. But this one, I went into this, I've seen it before, I've loved it, I've liked it before, but boy, did this movie really surprised me a lot. I remember the first movie almost beat for beat. This movie, I honestly did not remember a lot of it. I'm so unsure about it in my head. I'm like, one of the big complaints I had with the first one was I felt like the overall scheme of Lex Luthor and just the main thing we're stopping wasn't that grand in scale. Well, this movie totally do what I was wanting in the first one in terms of that. We had 3 big threats, and they were trying to take over the world. Well, I say trying. They did. They accomplished their goal. The only thing I'm like I'm really unsure about is like Lex in the movie. I enjoyed him in the movie, but it did feel like, oh, let's put him in the movie again and figure out something for him to do. Because I do feel like his motivation wasn't very calculated, and I feel like Lex is smarter than that.
Okay, in terms of motivation, that actually makes sense, because it's like, well, what was his goal? To like rule the America again through these super aliens? He probably wasn't going to get that far. That makes sense. But in terms of including him in the plot, I think him already knowing who Superman was and like knowing that it was, Kal-El, and that he has ties to like, or at least his father had ties to Zod and his gang, it makes sense for Lex to be the one to describe that to them, I think. When you mention the motivation, yeah, it's like, what was his end goal again? It was just trying to one-up him, but...
I think it was just to rule Australia, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
But my whole thing with that is I wish he would have had kryptonite with him. Or I wish they would have shown something there for like when they were like, oh, we're going to kill you now. We don't have any use for you. Mm-hmm. I wish that was when we could have seen Lex pull one over on them or something. Just because it did kind of feel like Lex was just totally outpowered here. Sure, maybe he is smarter, I guess. But as soon as they want to discard him and just kill him, there's nothing to stop that. I mean, other than just the movie being like, well, we're not going to kill Lex here. Like, it's Lex Luthor. And as he kept reminding us, I am Lex Luthor. They kept telling us that. So, I don't know. I just think that could have been a little bit stronger. I also just think you did make a good point during the movie where you said, oh, why did we have to have this big action sequence in the city? Which obviously, yes, it was to lead them back to Fortress of Solitude. But I do think your point still is valid in the sense that we had that was a long scene. Like, it was very drawn out. The part where they're all like using their super breath to blow all the people away and stuff, that was long. And yeah, I don't know. There's just certain things in here that I think this was the theatrical cut. Actually, I know it was because the director cut involves him reversing time at the end again. And there is more to that Lois thinking it's Clark because she jumps out of the window and he like super speeds to the ground, uses his super breath to like lessen her fall.
Yeah.
And then super speeds back up and looks out the window and is like, Lois, what are you doing? And Lois is like, how? So like that's in the director cut. Well, and I wish that was in this because that's a hilarious scene.
That is in this because also she did get her memory erased or whatever. She forgot. So like,
right.
That could happen in a later movie. And like,
I guess it could happen in the third movie, but correct me in the comments, guys, if I'm wrong, because I could have sworn that was in this movie.
Or
maybe I'm wrong.
If we keep watching through the movies, if you're going to keep watching through, we'll eventually probably find it.
Well, maybe, unless it was in the
in the director's cut, right?
Right.
But yeah, in terms, we were talking, bringing up Lois forgetting everything. Do you want to talk about that?
You know what? Let's do it. Let's talk about it. Okay. So I don't know where you fall on it, but for me, not a fan. Like, how did so Superman could just kiss someone and erase their like memory and a lot of memory too, because she found out he was Superman. From what we could tell, I mean, they didn't really give us a time scope, but clearly she found out before Zod was like fully in control, and then Zod had enough time to have control and get bored with it. So that's so. I mean, I don't know, at least a couple of days. So my thought process there is like, how did he specifically erase that amount of time from her memory?
Because
I don't know. There's some things that I just can't back it. It doesn't make sense. I need an explanation.
Yeah, I like how I thought it was gonna go, where it's like, honestly, I did realize, like, as I was saying it, like, that's what Spider-Man No Way Home did. I think that's where I got it from. Because in No Way Home, everyone knows who Spider-Man is Peter Parker. And then, like, by the end of the movie, everyone forgets that Peter Parker is Spider-Man, even, like, the people he's friends with and the people like he loves and stuff like that. Sure. So I think I accidentally, like, tied those, and this would be like, oh, that's what this movie's gonna do. So them doing something worse is kind of like, oh, well, all right.
I just wish they had more reason to it. Like, at least in No Way Home, Doctor Strange, we know is magic. So it's like, okay, I mean, he started off that movie with the intention to do that anyway. So it's like, okay, we know he can do this.
Right.
With Superman doing this, it's so out of left field. Speaking of things out of left field, telekinesis. I swear I've seen this movie before, but I do not remember that. I do not remember them having telekinesis and moving things with their finger, like moving it through their finger and all that. Like, what? And then at the end they're shooting like beams out of their fingers at Superman. Like, I just wish there was more. I get it. Like, the logic here is out the window. It's all, fake stuff. It's fiction. I get that. But I like rules in fiction. I like when we're told, okay, here's what they can do. Boom, there you go. But in this movie, we were like, okay, so yeah, oh no, Superman can't do it, but Zod and them, they can have telekinesis. And then not only that, but Superman, the emblem on his chest, he can throw it like a cape, and it like traps them like a net. Like, oh, and then he can kiss someone and erase their memory. And it's like, there's so much here in this one that breaks me. It just breaks my mind because I'm like, guys, we didn't do anything. You just kind of, in the moment, gave them this ability.
In terms of like explaining things with the context, one of the stuff also that I didn't understand at all and they didn't explain was like how he got his powers back. That was the whole point of like he lost his powers, and it's like that was a decision that he like made, was like it was irreversible. But then I looked it up and was just like, well, so what? How was that supposed to go? So they were saying from IMDb or whatever, regain his powers after learning about Zod, but the process is never shown. However, it is implied the green crystal was on the ground, right? So he used that to reactivate the fortress. But it's like, okay, if he does that though, why didn't we see it? And then it says Richard Donner cut. Does that sound familiar? Is that like
That's
director's cut?
the director's cut.
Okay,
Yep.
there it says Jor-El gives Superman some of his remaining energy to help him recover his powers.
Oh,
So-
I do not remember that, but that would have been great to have in this.
Yeah, so Jor-El was there, I guess, in that.
I would love
cut?
to see that because in this theatrical cut, he was like not in it at all and intentionally taken out.
Yeah.
Too.
And also, yeah, he was not in there, but also like
They showed his hand in the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
So that was it.
But also then, yeah, even if they remove that part of like him being in that scene, because that's how Superman gets his powers back, there's no other way to explain it. It just like it happens. They cut out a plot point in the movie. It's like if you cut out some other extra stuff that like is fluff or is like it says the same thing essentially over and over again, that's understandable. But they cut
Like the recap of the first movie in the beginning.
but they cut out just a plot point that's like what is happening. So it's super weird that they, at least for the theatrical, that they decide to like not show how he gets his powers back. And also looking through, I guess people are making theories and whatnot, which I didn't realize was a thing that people did with a movie like this old. But people are also like how they could be just lying to Superman, which is also a thing. It's just like, which would make sense for him being able to get his powers back. Like he went through with the decision, but then him realizing as he went through the decision, like this is bad, then they had a backup to be like, okay, well, you learned your lesson. It's like you have to be Superman, So people are also saying that like his biology would still make him Superman because he's used to Krypton, but he's on Earth. So no matter what, he would still always have his powers. They were just like limited in a way. So I don't know. But again, that's all the stuff from like looking online and like trying to figure that all out. And that's kind of interesting. It's not at all explained in the movie.
No, yeah. I think that's why there was a director's cut. I mean, yeah, I'm guessing that the Warner Brothers or whatever just had the director cut out a lot of stuff. My guess is it was probably the studio tampering with the movie, which is unfortunate. But at least they allowed him to make the director's cut and release that. And Max, like, come on, Max, you should have had the director's cut on there then. Because when I watched the director's cut, from what I remember of it, I feel like there's less issues I have with that one. I feel like I remember it just being a more solid movie.
I was also wondering, I was just like, so why did they not bring, like, especially
Jor-El.
in the cut? Yeah, Jor-El, why is he not back? And it's just like, yeah, they just didn't want to pay him. So also, something that I realized was in the last movie, the effects were really good. Like, I don't think there was anything that, like, drew me out. Maybe, like, the practical, like, the miniature village with the dam coming down. That's, like, what I remember being like, that's a little, eh.
Oh, yeah.
But this one, there was more, like, green screen and, like, I don't know, just some of the stuff felt, like, not as good as the first one, which is kind of weird.
Yeah, no, I agree. The green screen was way more noticeable, a lot. I did not think the effects held up nearly as well in this movie, which is ironic because the first movie was the first movie, and you would think, oh, it's a sequel, right? It's going to be higher budgeted and the effects will look even cleaner and sharper and everything's going to be better, but I don't think so. I just think a lot of things suffered. Like, I don't know what the budget difference was, but I mean, you could just tell, like, almost every shot of flying, I could see the outline of green screen.
Yeah, and it's not the fact that this was an old movie, so maybe the effects weren't as good, because, yeah, we had the movie prior that was good. So, like...
Exactly. I don't know. Oh, by the way, I just looked this up. So, some other differences, it says Kryptonians, the 3 Kryptonians are portrayed as a greater threat. And there are no weird growling sound effects. I noticed that in this.
Really?
When we were watching
that
this.
Was
I said that
in theatrical?
when they were flying around going, like, I was like, that's weird. So that's only in the theatrical. That's so interesting. The ending is different. Apparently, the new ending may divide audience. Oh, that's where I was talking about how he reverses time instead. Oh, so the kiss. Oh, I bet the kiss isn't in the. Okay. Oh, see, I never liked him reversing time again, but I much prefer that over the kiss. Oh my god!
So he can reverse time again. Well, I guess that would be better though, because he can do it. So it's like, okay.
Yeah.
But also,
and then the other thing is, it says this is the last thing it says. It says incompleteness. Some say the cut is noticeably incomplete and a bit janky because Donner didn't film a lot of the movie. That's also very interesting. So a lot of the things you were saying about certain things feeling missing or whatever, I bet they're in the director's cut.
Yeah, well, things were missing during the theatrical cut, but I think what they're saying is he was there for half of the stuff in the director's cut, which meant that when they made the theatrical version, they were like, well, he only did half the stuff, so let's just remove him entirely. Because then, there will be that inconsistency in a lot of places.
That is so interesting. It actually makes me think back to the Justice League movie with Zack Snyder, and then halfway through Joss Whedon came in. Okay, that's interesting. I mean, I guess the positives for me, I like that they had Lois. I mean, it didn't feel too early, in my opinion, that in the second movie they have Lois trying to figure out that Clark is Superman. I like that story beat. I think that's fun. Her throwing herself off the side and into the falls, I thought that was fun. I like the scene in the director's cut where she throws herself out the window a bit better. I think it's funnier. But I did like that storyline. I like the opening scene in Paris. I thought that was fun. Despite the effects looking a little janky at times, I thought that was a fun scene.
What spot specifically? I'm trying to remember.
What
was
he's
janky?
Flying. It was mainly there was whenever they had the front shot of him, it looked okay. But when it was a back shot, for some reason that looked way worse. And it was like, oh, I can see the green around him. Green screen. But I thought the bit where he saves her and lifts the elevator up, I thought that looked okay. And I did like that scene. I love seeing Otis again. We didn't get Otis again. Oh!
Yeah, Otis was forgotten about after the prison. I was going to say that a bit earlier, but kind of forgot.
He never came back into the story. We didn't see any wrap up there. I would have loved to have seen Superman fly. I know he left him in the Fortress of Solitude, but I would have liked to have seen him flying back to prison and we see Otis there. That would have been great.
That would have been good. Maybe a director's cut thing, maybe? I don't know. Who knows?
Maybe.
But also,
I don't know either.
Actually, that reminded me of something. The how they kind of defeated the Zod and his gang was they knocked him down into the... Was it just fog, or does it go to the center of the earth? What happened after that? Okay.
But they don't have their powers, so I'd assume that would have killed them or something.
Yeah, probably. That's true. But then,
which is kind of crazy. That means
Superman just straight killed
them. All right. I don't know how I feel about that either. Yeah. I don't know. This movie is so conflicting to me. But I know that there is a better version of this movie, and I wish it was the one we watched. That's so unfortunate. I literally just was like, all right, let's just watch whatever's on Max and hoping for the best. But that was literally not... that's so interesting. You know what's crazy is I don't think I've seen this version of the movie before. Because the only time I've ever seen this, I've only seen this movie one time, and it was on DVD which I believe was the Richard Donner cut. So
Right.
I've never even seen this version before. So this was actually a first time watch then for me, which is interesting.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Overall, is this better than the first? No way. It's not. It's just not. I mean, I still like a lot of it. There's a lot I don't love as well. When Clark gives up his powers for Lois, and then they go into town, and then he gets beat up, I didn't like how instant that was. It did feel like he gets beat up once, and then is instantly like, I'm sorry, Lois, but I have to be Superman again. I was kind of like, I don't know. It seemed too quick.
It was also that, but then right after, that's when the TV comes on, and that's when they're calling out for Superman as well. So I think that might have helped a little bit to be like, Superman is actually not only like he gave up Superman for a girl, and like there's a world crisis going on, and a lot more people need Superman.
I wish Superman could have thought it through better, maybe, or just maybe we could have given him more time as just Clark. I don't know. It felt like, okay, he made a rash decision to just give up his powers and then didn't expect anything to ever happen. Like, I don't know. It just, there's some things there that I'm definitely conflicted on. Overall, though, I guess the score I'm going to have to give this movie, I think, what did I give the first one? I think I gave the first one like a 8 or 9.
I think I gave it like an 8, I think.
I think we gave it the same score, so I think you're right. I think we gave it an 8 out of 10. This one, though, I think I will give this one a 5, because I think the director's cut, from what I remember, the director's cut is like a 6, maybe even a 7, and then the first one's an 8. Yeah, this is a 5. This is a 5 out of 10 for me. I think it's a very average movie, because there's a lot of things I love about it, but there's a lot of things I just don't like. So for me, this is straight in the middle. It's a 5. It's a fine movie. That's me.
Just as a thing, because you can't see my camera, so to the camera, I was telling them what I would have rated it as like a movie, and I was saying 5. I'd rate it a 5. So I'm like exactly the same thing. It's just like I agree on you again. It's like I think it's a 5.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad so far. Then we are in sync.
Yes.
We are in sync with these movies, which is cool. Yeah. As much as the other thing is, I'm such a DC fanboy.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta like suppress that a little bit and judge it based on this is a movie.
Well,
was it good or was it not?
Well, that's kind of also why you have me here. I think you could be the DC fan if you want. If you like it, then go for it. But I haven't seen these movies, and as someone that hasn't seen these movies, yeah, then that's why I'm here, I think.
Well, exactly. It's to give us someone who has a fresh set of eyes, who hasn't seen these movies before. And so, yeah, definitely 5 out of 10 for me on this one. Unfortunate, I think. But you know what? There's a better version out there. I know there is, because I've seen it. So what do you guys think, though? Let us know in the comments. What score out of 10 would you give this movie? How do you think it compares up to the first one? And just what do you think about what we talked about here in our outro? Like, do you agree with us? Do you disagree with us?
I was going to say berate us for not watching the director's commentary instead, or director's cut.
Hey, I don't know if is that our fault or is that Max's fault? Go do something about it. Tweet about it, do all that, make posts, be like, Max, what are you doing? This is the wrong cut. But yeah, do all that in the comments, and then also, once you're done doing that, subscribe, hit the like button, and hit the bell so you get notified every time I'm dropping a new video. As I said in the intro, I'm watching all these movies, from Superman the movie all the way till Joker 2. And when I say all of them, I mean all of them, including the bad ones. I will watch them all. So join me on that by subscribing and hitting that bell. And then also, if you haven't already, go check out the Patreon page. That's where the real fun is had. Over on Patreon, you can watch the entire movie with us from the beginning all the way to the end. Make sure you have your own copy of the movie, though. If you give this like a ton of likes, like I'm saying, this is gonna be ridiculous for me, 100 likes. 100 likes. I barely ever get 30 likes. So if you get this to 100 likes, I will react to the Donner cut. Or if you just go for the Patreon and suggest it over on Patreon, I might just do it Patreon exclusive. And also you get shouted out at the end of every single video once you become a patron. So shouting out the patrons, we have Everton V, the Superman Batman, Tina, and Christina Renee. Thank you guys for being patrons. And thank you all for joining us and watching this movie with us. That's it for this one. We will see you again next week with the next movie, which I believe is Swamp Thing. So stay tuned for that, and we'll see you then. That's a wrap. Woo!
I am on break. I'm gonna live like a king by doing my thing. Hey, I am on break. I'm gonna live life free. I'm gonna do it like me. Yeah, yeah. I am on break. No, this is not fake. I'm just chilling on break.